Welcome to the dvm360. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the veterinary news, medicine, and business information you need to know right now. I'm Carrie Hillard-Johnson with FirstLine and dvm360.com, and I'm here at the North American Veterinary Conference in Orlando, Florida. In this edition of The Five, we'll hear from an equine veterinarian on horse handling, get advice on the ever-changing world of social media, and hear tips on breed-specific health care. First up, DVM News Magazine editor Dan Verdon with the news.
Veterinary visits are down, and 63% of dog owners and 68% of cat owners actually question the need for regular veterinary care. The data was presented this week in a joint study between the National Commission of Veterinary Economic Issues, Brackey Consulting, and Bayer, documenting the decline in veterinary visits. The study identified 6 root causes for this decline in companion animal veterinary visits, including fragmentation of veterinary services, substituting internet research for office visits, perception of pet owners that regular medical checkups are not necessary, the cost of care, and the economic recession. Check out dvm360.com for detailed reporting on this issue. The Morris Animal Foundation will launch a 13-year longitudinal veterinary study to examine canine cancer in golden retrievers. In fact, the Canine Lifetime Health Project, set to begin this year, will ultimately enroll some 2,500 golden retrievers from ages 2 to 7. It's all part of an effort to better understand the genetic, nutritional, and environmental risk factors for cancers. The project is thought to be the largest of its kind studying canines. We're told that more than 60% of emerging infectious diseases are zoonotic, and there's an initiative forged to help bridge the gaps between the human, veterinary, and research communities to better protect animal and public health. To facilitate this discussion, the president of the American Medical Association, Cecil B. Wilson, is slated to address veterinarians about the importance of forging new cooperative collaboration between the health professions. One Health is described as a movement to forge an equal collaboration between physicians, veterinarians, and other health and scientific disciplines. This is Dan Verdon reporting from Orlando.
Hi, I'm Christy Reimer with Veterinary Economics Magazine and dvm360.com. Yesterday, I went to a practice management session conducted by Shannon Piggott, who runs a program on breed-specific wellness care. And one of the things she did during her session was get the audience members to contribute ideas that work for them in their clinic. And one of the attendees stood up and said, one of the things that's really important to do when you have a client come in with a breed that they're really attached to, before you go into the list of problems that a potential greyhound may have over the course of its lifetime, you need to really affirm the good traits of that breed, because this client is very invested in this breed. They love this breed. That's why they have the pet. And if you immediately start in with the potential problems, you may alienate them. So start with the positive things, love on the pet a little bit, and just talk the pet up about what a great breed it is, and you'll be that much more bonded to the client.
Hi, I'm Karen Felstead. I'm at the North American Veterinary Conference in sunny Orlando, and you're watching the dvm360.
If you're a practice manager wanting to get involved in social media, do your homework first. Make sure that you are pretty familiar with social media before you approach your owner. But then do some research and find some practices that are using social media very effectively, and sit down with your owner. Schedule a time, sit down with them, and show them exactly what other practices have accomplished. They might be surprised to see 1,500 to 2,000 people actually following some of these practices, and the interactions that they're getting with their clients. I think if a practice manager does that, they're going to sell their practice owner on it right away.
We caught up with esteemed veterinarian and columnist Robert Miller, who shared some practical tips for reducing fear in equine patients.
When we approach a horse, we don't want to approach it purposefully and looking directly into the horse's eyes. And if we approach in a casual manner, and rather than full front, a slight angle, these are non-predatory attitudes, and we saunter casually towards the horse. For carrying unfamiliar objects, a bucket with instruments or a piece of equipment, The horse sees that. They're extremely perceptive. What's that? So my initial approach to the horse would be to carry nothing, be very casual, not stare at it, look off to the side. These are all non-predatory things. I'll move up to its shoulder, and I just stand there for a moment, and then put my hand on the withers and start to rub. And the first thing I wait for is lowering of the head. Basically, it's the way I approach the horse, the way I communicate with the horse. I'm basically telling him, I know you didn't know what I was or who I was. You were afraid I might be a predator. Now I've let you know that that's not my intent.
That's it from Orlando. If you have comments or suggestions, email us at dvm360@advancedstar.com. And for the latest veterinary news, visit dvm360.com every day.